A burger from a global chain, or maybe a taco from a local street cart. Look, we've all been there. It's a choice we make all the time. But what if I told you that decision is about way more than just what you're in the mood for? It's actually a story about survival, culture, and, yeah, some hidden scientific risk.
Seriously, think about it. It's lunchtime. You've got, 20 minutes? And you are starving. On one corner, you see those familiar golden arches. On the other, there's a food cart, and the smell of something amazing is wafting your way. That exact decision happens millions of times every single day all over the planet.
And this is usually how our brains frame it, right? Fast food is the standardized, global stuff. You know exactly what you're going to get every single time. And street food, that's the authentic, local experience. But honestly, that simple comparison, it doesn't even begin to scratch the surface.
All right, so let's dive in, and let's start with the big guy, the global fast food machine. We all know the appeal, but let's just quickly run through the basics. I mean, the draw is pretty obvious, isn't it? It's fast, it's consistent. A burger in Berlin tastes pretty much just like one in Boston, and the menu's got something for just about everyone. The whole system is literally built for speed and reliability. But of course, we all know the other side of that coin, the downsides. Fast food is just constantly linked to health problems because it's so high in calories, fat, and sodium. The ingredients, often super processed, so they're not exactly fresh. And the environmental cost, from all that packaging to the massive supply chains, it's huge. Okay, so now let's flip the script and talk about its counterpart, the street food vendor. What is it that makes us happy to line up for a meal served right out of a cart? Well, the magic of street food really boils down to its authenticity. You're getting a real, genuine taste of a place's culture, often made with fresh, local ingredients, and at a price that almost anybody can afford. But, it's not always a perfect picture. There are definitely some trade-offs. The big one that everyone always thinks about is hygiene. Food safety can be a real guessing game in those environments. The quality can be all over the place. And unlike a global chain, your favorite cart is, only in that one place.
And this is pretty much where the conversation usually stops. Predictable versus authentic. Safe versus risky. But if we just dig a little bit deeper, we find out that this simple comparison completely misses the real story.
Because when you look closer, this choice isn't just about taste or convenience. It gets tangled up in a much bigger story. One about basic nutrition, economic survival, and some very serious scientifically proven risks.
This right here, this is what reframes the entire debate. For millions of people in developing countries, street food isn't some trendy novelty, it's survival. Just look at these numbers. It can make up half of an adult's daily energy in Nigeria, 40% for kids in Benin. This isn't a simple choice for them, it's essential fuel for life. And get this, it's not just empty calories either. Research from Nairobi found that a single meal sold to workers from a street vendor can provide over 50% of their entire recommended daily protein. This isn't just fast food, it's the fundamental nutrition that keeps a working population going. But this is where the risk comes roaring back into the picture. A lot of these amazing traditional street foods, especially things like sauces and condiments, are made using a process called spontaneous fermentation. It's an ancient method that basically uses wild microbes, the good bacteria just floating around in the environment, to preserve the food. No sterile labs, no modern controls. It's what makes the food unique, but it's also what makes it a total wild card. And that unpredictability, it can be dangerous. Remember those vague hygiene concerns we mentioned? This is what we're actually talking about. Scientific studies have found serious pathogens like E. coli, staph, and salmonella just lurking in some of these foods. And just to be super clear, this isn't just speculation. A big scientific review in 2022 confirmed it, stating flat out that all kinds of disease-causing pathogens have been found in these foods. So the risk isn't just a feeling you have, it's real and it's scientifically documented. And these risks have had some very real-world consequences. An outbreak in China was traced directly back to contaminated fermented black beans. In South Korea, even beloved commercial kimchi was the source of 2 large food poisoning outbreaks because of E. coli strains.
So, where does all of this leave us? Let's go back and look at our original choice, but this time with everything we've just learned. Suddenly, our simple choice is a really complicated trade-off. You've got fast food, which offers super high consistency and a low safety risk because it's regulated, but it's got almost no cultural value and is often nutritionally pretty bad.
Then you've got street food, which is the exact opposite. Its quality is variable, its cultural value is through the roof, its nutrition can be absolutely essential, but that safety risk can be dangerously unpredictable.
And that brings us to the final, critical question. See, this isn't about declaring a winner here. The real challenge is figuring out a way to get the best of both worlds. How do we preserve that incredible cultural authenticity and the vital role street food plays in nutrition, while also bringing in the kind of safety standards that could protect millions? Now that is some real food for thought.